Is there a damn monkey in our backyard? I think I want that monkey. What's up, Utes? What's up, guys? So, today I'm going to show you my monkey bike. So, this is the first motorcycle I've ever owned, and I went with the monkey. I had a really hard time deciding whether I wanted the Grom or the monkey, but I went with the monkey just because of how new it was. I love the fact that it was made out of, the metal tank, the metal chrome, and the seat. The seat is so comfortable that I really had to go with the monkey when I sat on it. I was like, this is the bike. So I love that it's not too powerful to the point where I feel uncomfortable and like not able to handle it. Like if it was a 200cc or 300cc, I know that's not even that powerful, but I love the fact that it's only a 125cc. So if I, do a little too much of the throttle, it's not gonna like go out from under me and I do a wheelie or something. So my background is being able to drive a clutch car, which transferred over really easily to a motorcycle. So the first thing I had trouble with was learning how to switch from using my left foot for the clutch to my hand for the clutch. And it feels really awkward at first, but I promise you after like 20 minutes you'll have it down and you'll start to really enjoy riding the bike. Okay, first thing you want to do when you get on the bike, you're going to want to sit down. You're going to want to make sure the kickstand's up, because I found out the hard way that if the kickstand is down, the bike won't start, which is a really cool safety feature. So when you sit down, you're going to turn it on. You're going to see the green light up, and it's going to wink at you, which is pretty cool. The interface, you have 57 miles. It tells you how much miles you have, miles per gallon, as well as your fuel gauge. This bike, I believe, gets 185 miles per gallon. So I notice it's taking forever for one of these fuel gauges to knock off, which is really nice, really gas efficient. So you want to give the bike power. So now the bike has power because I put the switch on. And then you're going to want to push this starter button and the bike will start up. To go and start moving, you're going to want to pull the clutch in and put it into first gear. One down is first gear. In between first and second, you got to be really light. You're going to find neutral. And then once you're in neutral, you go one click up, holding the clutch in, and you're in second gear. One more click up, you're in third gear. One more click up, you're in fourth gear. And you do that by clicking down one. Now you're in first gear when you click it down one. And you're going to want to do it tightly. You're going to want to give it some force. So once you click it down one, you're in first gear. Now to find neutral again, you're going to want to lightly pull up, and you're going to see the green light go back on, and that means you're in neutral. It's really finicky where it's between first gear and second gear, you're going to see neutral, and you have to really be very light when you pull up on your foot. So far, I've only been in third gear because I'm just riding here on 25-mile-an-hour zones. I have not yet been into fourth gear. All right, so now that I taught you about the gearbox and how it works with the one down for first gear, one up for second, third, fourth, now that you know how it works, I'm gonna explain to you about the clutch. Once you're in first, okay, you slowly let the clutch out, and with the monkey bike, I found that the clutch catches at the very last minute, okay? It's not gonna be here, it's gonna be like the very most extended part the clutch will start to catch. So it's fully out, you'll feel it start to catch. Leave it in when you feel it start to catch. The bike is gonna wanna start to roll forward once it starts to catch, and just go really easy, and you'll be coasting at like 3 to 5 miles an hour. You can start to get comfortable just riding in first gear around a parking lot. That's exactly what I did. I just got comfortable turning. I got the feel of using the turn signals, turning them on and off, because on a motorcycle you do have to turn your turn signals off every time you turn them on. It's not like a car where once you turn they automatically turn off. A motorcycle is, once you put them on, you have to take them off, which is really awkward to get used to, and you're definitely going to be riding down the street with your blinkers on a lot in the beginning. Yeah, so once you're comfortable in first gear around a parking lot, stopping, what it's like to stop with your hand and your foot at the same time, because that's really different on a motorcycle. You got to get really used to stopping, get good at it, you know, set a target in front of you and say, I'm going to go 5 miles an hour and I'm going to stop at that target. So get practice, like just stopping with both at a certain point. So once you get good at that in first gear, then you could start to hit a long empty street and practice putting it up in second gear. So when you're going about 8 to 15 mile an hour, you can pop it up into second gear. So when you're going 8 to 15 mile an hour, once you're in first gear, you're going to be moving, pull the clutch in again and go 1 up. Click 1 up and you'll be in second gear, and then slowly let it out and you'll feel it catch, and then once it starts to catch, just fully let it out and roll back on the throttle. A little helpful tip when shifting from first to second gear. So let's say you're in first gear, you're going about 8 mile an hour and you want to shift in second gear, pull the clutch in, release the throttle, no gas, pop it up in the second, and then release the throttle slowly and give it gas again. So what you want to take away from that is you always don't give it gas when you're shifting, because what's going to happen is if you're giving it gas and you pop it into second gear, you're going to have a little bump and you're going to notice a little acceleration of power when you don't want that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching my video about how to ride the monkey bike. And this was really just a quick intro video. There's so much I wanted to talk about this bike that it was hard to narrow down what my first video would be about it. If you have any questions at all, leave some comments below and I'll answer any of your questions, or even make another video if you guys want me to make another video about any other question you may have about the bike. And yeah, did I miss anything? I don't know.